Guys, please subscribe and help the channel get to 100K. Yeah! Welcome to my FANS Wethu TV. It's the AFCON qualifiers. Uganda 0, South Africa 2. I'm joined by the best coach in the world. It's Coach Cisse.
Sure.
Ready?
I'm none. We qualified.
Yes.
Stressless.
Yes.
Yeah, stressless. So, okay, if game to looking at how we set up 4-3-3 formation. But looking at the two center backs that were spread out wide, I felt like the intention from a coach was to actually win the game. I think first half, even though we didn't score, but we also positive is that we didn't concede because we wanted to actually win the game. Dominate the game in midfield,
yes.
Possession, because we had 5. Then we had Umvala, not totally out. Then we had 2 strikers up front. You understand? So we wanted to win the game in the middle, but I wasn't happy. I think there was a time when Udotli was supposed to deal with the ball where we got actually a free kick.
Yes.
Yeah, so I felt like that intent yakhe, I don't know what was happening lapha. I think he needs to be precise ngama decision no yakhe.
Yes.
And another thing, there was a time when Umtao was actually overlapping ngebhola. I think sometimes if you're gonna put yourself, or if the coach pushes you in positions that you are not familiar with, sometimes it's just sticking to basics. I'm not saying Umutao, but I felt like when Umtao was overlapping forward, there was a time where Umvala was caught Guma 1v1 situations. Now you find that it was now 3 players on that flank.
Yes.
From our team that was dealing with 1 player there. So I wasn't happy with that. But another thing is that football can not always be dictated by tactics. I'm saying this because I'm looking at the issue like the way Tito plays. Yeah, we actually need certain, the type of players as Fana no Tito in the system, because when a message is carried out based on tactics,
yes.
sometimes it's deemed as overcoaching. But when you have players as Fana no Tito to actually handle the ball in such a way, afagi bola phakathi epalini, that is not coaching. That is just natural talent and natural brilliance.
Individual brilliance?
Yeah, individual brilliance.
So you can't coach that?
No, you can't. You can't coach. The best players in the world don't need coaching, Fethu. They can handle big crowds. They know how to calm the game down. They know what's okay, game is ivusa kanjani futhi. So Tito has this special magic about him, which I actually appreciate.
The thing.
Ingayi leyanto leyana.
Yes.
Ingayi. So Ribeiro will say a point about Tito. Even no Bruce would say, you know what, I feel like Tito is going to replace Uthemba Zwane. He knows very well ukhuluma ngokuthini.
Do you agree with that statement?
100%. Based on my statement, again, it's not a matter of tactics. It's about South African flair. I think European coaches have to actually get to a point where that they have to embrace the type of football that we play.
Yes.
And about Tito, if Tito was coached like that at development, imagine if Coach Wake was to say that, no, Tito, don't play ngale. So let's not limit the boy through his natural abilities and the way that he plays.
Can you describe how we play, Tina?
A lot has changed in terms of South African football. But if you're going to play, if let's say I'm a fan and I'm watching TV overseas and I'm watching South Africa against, you can tell, you know what, that is South African football. So we need to embrace that national identity of what we have.
Like in Pensela.
It does work. The coach of Pirates came into Pirates actually, embracing the type of culture that we have.
Yes.
I'm not saying other teams are not, but for the fact that you cannot go to Rome and not do what the Romans do, enhance on what you have in philosophy overseas, then let's all work together.
Man of the match today?
I was impressed by, I think, Uleru.
Leru.
Yeah, when he was actually, I think as a pivot when he was helping out the two defenses, I felt like he was making his job very simple. Yeah, he was making his job very simple. I would say him. Nomutao also, I would say him. Look, I think Hugo Bros, I think, has done a good job so far. And what he has done looking at the team, Bafana, I think he has reached his mandate. I think it was in his right to say, Guti, if Bafana don't win, he's leaving.
Yes.
That alone is a statement of saying how he works. You understand? So,
Which is how?
I think the way he coaches his players, the preparation he has done, I think he has fulfilled. Yeah, umsebenzi wakhe. I think going forward, we can only be confident in him. Yeah,
Hugo.
Yeah, we can only be confident in him.
Is he the best coach we've had in a long time?
No. Okay, from a long time, yes, because he's delivering. I think he mandates meet.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just be honest. He meets his mandate. And also another issue that people are talking about. I think ile issue ga Ribeiro. Sorry.
Yeah.
Look,
what's your take?
For one, the best teams in the world always have a Brazilian player in it. I think if you look at Brazil as a country, it's a developing country which is under BRICS, Jengati. So they always have an influx of players that are coming out throughout their systems, their development structures, you understand?
Yes.
So it's the influence that they have actually on the world itself.
As a whole.
Yeah, it's the same thing as rugby. You see, you find other players actually you find players from the rugby system actually representing other countries, because to get into the national team is actually is very difficult. So, but on that issue, Ega Ribeiro, for one, he's a top player, I won't lie, but I'm just against the fact that we have broad talent here in Mzansi.
Yes.
Yeah. Because of the influence Brazil to a certain point now, because it's spreading worldwide.
Yeah.
Now we need to accommodate him. I think we do have the answers to the type of players that we're looking for. I mean, if DSTV can actually broadcast a game or Ekasi,
yeah,
what does that say? It shows maybe we are not doing our job right. But we can actually scout and look at different places where we'd say, okay, there's our national talent. And also, I think it's going to bring a lot of issue in terms of diversity also amongst everyone, So I think Ega Ribeiro, to be honest, I don't think he should play for Bafana.
Yes.
Yeah, we have immense talent here in Mzansi.
Better than him.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a South African. Why can I not vouch for my own? I have to. It's like I say, look, man, Brazil, it's just that they've won the World Cup 5 times.
Yes.
And it's based on the football that they produce. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? The players that they produce. And Lauma player, they won't be able to keep them in terms of influence bona abanayo. So what I'm trying to say, if Tina, we had the same structure as the rugby, like Bafana,
yes,
I think we would have went far, because they've won the World Cup 5 times in Brazil. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But into Bebashaya, it's their influence on football. Their influence on football in certain countries of the world. I think they didn't impact the world so much in football. Spain just recently won the World Cup recently here in SA.
Yes.
So part of their corporate social initiative is to come now and spread their influence on how to coach football and how to play football or develop football in a sense. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, they have La Liga offices here, SNT, but it's part of their corporate social initiative. But it's in a commercial sense, it's for them to actually grow their league and broadcasting views into ezinjalo. So in other words, they're looking for the next Ronaldo and Messi. You understand, by spreading their influence. So in terms of Brazil, that's why we've seen most of these players being in teams, not much. We've had like Abo Samba Soccer, but their influence hasn't been much because I don't think they have much influence or in to spread their talents everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Legends Cup. Who's your money on?
Konje kudlala bani?
Ikosi leader.
Ikosi leader, yeah.
Sundowns. We have Ichipa. Golden Arrows.
Yo. Okay.
Uyilahile le cup.
Eish. Yazi icup le lakusasa ne. No, I'm going to say this. Chiefs should get a wake-up call.
What do you mean?
They should get a wake-up call. They need to rectify themselves before EPSL Ibuya.
Yes.
Chiefs is a brand that needs to be actually
winning.
Yeah, they need to be a brand that's winning and be amongst the three of the greats, you understand?
Yes.
So as a team, yes, I value them, but because I'm a Pirates fan, I don't value them as much, but we do need them.
So
Chiefs, no, mina ngifuna ukuthi bayiwine.
Yeah,
ngiyafuna ukuthi bayiwine.
Busathi Chiefs?
Yeah.
Not go somewhere.
No, bengisatsho ukuthi they have a lot of work to do. They have a lot of work to do, and I think they're not far. They're not far in terms of their success. Look, in terms of the past years that Chiefs has played football,
yes.
If there's one positive aspect that you can take out of them, Chiefs was actually going to a CAF final. You understand? So looking at that aspect, I think they needed to build on that. You need to look at that. So I think now they've realized their mistakes and they are accepting. And what they are saying, Uguti, we've seen our mistakes and this is the direction that we're taking. Hence, now they've solidified themselves by actually having a women's team, because of that, they want to actually have a place in CAF.
Yeah.
So that's why they're building a women's team. So it's not all lost for them.
Yes.
I think they need to wire their heads in the right direction.
Thank you, Coach.
Sure.
All right, Coach.